All right, deep breath, deep breath. I'm sweating. I'm tired. It's hot. This light's hot.
You want to take a breather?
I'm good. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Welcome to Mukbang number 2, Sushi Edition. I have my friend here, Vivian, next to me. We got a lot of kind of different raw fish here. We got 5 salmon, 4 tuna, some clam, squid. No, not squid. Octopus, yellowtail, 4 spider hand rolls, a bunch of eel, a bunch of rolls, and a bunch of more rolls.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I don't know if I can hang. That's a lot.
It's gonna be this is a new setup. Hopefully it looks great on camera. We got the mic, we got the lights, we got Snorlax back here. Vivian, this is your first time doing mukbang, right?
Yes, it's the first time doing a video at all for YouTube. So bear with me.
Hopefully you're not shy, because I'm still shy.
We'll see.
So,
we'll see.
We're just gonna be eating. We're just gonna having fun. Vivian's a good friend of mine.
Yes, I am. Well,
sorry guys, I'm sweating. Vivian's a good friend. We work together. She's a hard worker. She came straight over here from work just to do this video with us. The topic of today, as you guys can see in the title, is going to be interracial couple, interracial dating. I haven't really thought about the title yet. You get the point.
Prepared.
But before we get into the video, let's just dig in real quick because I am hungry. I haven't ate lunch yet.
Oh my god. I had lunch at 12:30 thanks to you.
Okay.
He usually makes the lunch schedule, so yeah.
So just dig in. I don't care. I'm a guy. This is sushi. You eat with your hands. You can eat with chopstick. Doesn't matter to me. Do you have a favorite?
I like salmon.
Salmon's my favorite.
And I like these like specialty rolls that usually incorporate salmon and some crunchy toppings. So yeah, you just went in. No soy sauce whatsoever. Jesus. I wasn't raised that way.
Salmon's my favorite. So I bought these from Hokkaido. These right here, these are my favorite. These are the spider hand rolls. They're $2 each, but it's so flavorful. You know what? I'm just gonna go straight for
What's in it?
Soft shell crab, mayonnaise, roll, cucumber. They make it very simple, but it's, in my opinion, a lot of flavor. Most places they charge like $4 for these things. This place charges $2.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I usually get the salmon hand roll. So, Jesus, I can't get this roll. It's kind of weird eating in front of a camera. But I'm doing this.
It is weird eating in front of a camera.
I'm doing this for you, Anthony. I wouldn't do this for anyone else.
I'm still new to all of this, vlogging, taking pictures. Last time I forgot to take pictures before we ate. So this time we took pictures. I learned my lesson. Invested in a mic because last time the camera was far away, so the mic audio was kind of bad. So I figured let's do this right the second time.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
This light thing that was killing me. I'm not used to this light. It's kind of blinding.
Yeah, but it's dark outside, so it's getting dark. So that was pretty good. The salmon was fresh. The roll, I've had better, but it's still pretty good. It's not too bad. You want to try this octopus? We're not ready yet. And so we have eel. What is this? Tuna? It looks like tuna.
Spiced tuna.
Okay. Spicy tuna. Okay. More tuna. So we have a quite wide selection.
Okay. Let's try the octopus. Because for some reason, I'm very shocked that
this looks disgusting.
You're not a fan of octopus?
Look at this, guys.
Right? See, she knows what she's doing.
Hey, I watch YouTube videos all the time. Like, makeup videos. This is like, look at this pigment, guys. Like, isn't this amazing? Yeah.
She's better than me.
You just went in. Like, I need to go slowly. Like, I need foreplay. I can't. I don't know. I don't know if I can eat this whole thing. And it's really chewy. Ew. I don't know, Anthony. I don't know, dog.
It's octopus.
You really gonna make me eat this?
Yeah, I'm still chewing this.
Look at this. Look at the suction cups. What?
This is the real sushi, not the fake stuff. If it's cooked, if it has cheese in it, it's fake.
I don't know, man. Here, let me just try it.
Like, do you eat squid?
No. I don't like
no squid,
calamari.
No octopus.
I don't like octopus. I don't. It tastes
Not
like
even calamari. It's
No,
oh, wow,
it tastes
okay.
like rubber to me.
Oh wow.
Like that's literally what it tastes like.
Okay, so now I understand where you're.
Here, but I'll try it for the sake of the video because this is.
Really?
Woo, this is a little scary. This is octopus.
This one's yellowtail, guys. Yes, I bit into it first before I showed the camera.
I don't know. It's hard to chew. How did you chew it so fast? I feel like I'm gonna be chewing the half of the video. Okay. Woo! Let me drink some of this.
You know it's cooked. Like they boil
Is it?
It's cooked. It's not even raw.
I'm looking for the nearest trash can in case I have to like spit this out, but let's try it. You can hear me chewing it.
It's okay. That's gonna be a what they call it, ASMR video. Just listen to people chew.
This is not good. We have a trash can.
Really? You need one?
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Get in here.
Just go for it.
Jesus. Can't
Well,
say I didn't try it.
You know.
But that I don't. What do you like about it? First of all, what do you like about that?
So, I don't know. Like, it doesn't have much of a taste. But I think it's the texture, the chewiness. So I grew up eating seafood. So I grew up eating this a lot.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well.
You would think I like seafood. I grew up in New Orleans, but I don't really eat that much seafood.
Well, great way to start a mukbang.
Right.
So let's move on.
Woo. Now eel, I can mess with. I like
Eel's
eel.
the easiest thing to eat.
Right.
It's cooked.
That was actually my first sushi roll that I've tried.
That's a great way
Eel.
to introduce people to sushi. That was actually one of my
But
first two.
it was at a buffet, so.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I test the quality. But I was really young, so I didn't really question it. So you want to go for the eel next?
Well, we'll go for the eel, but let's move on to the topic real quick.
Okay.
So it's answer the best you can.
Mm-hmm.
How do I start this? For people that don't know Vivian,
Mm-hmm.
she's Vietnamese. She looks Vietnamese. She can speak Vietnamese. So you know what they
Okay.
say. If it looks like a duck, if it sounds like a duck, it's a duck.
It's probably a duck.
What you don't know about her is that she's not dating a Vietnamese guy.
Mm-hmm.
She's dating when they say interracial couple, is that strictly with black people? Or that's like
No.
any mixed
Yeah,
couple?
any mixed couple. Duh. This guy here, you can tell he's only been with Asian women. Interracial, yeah, it's multiple races. Be with Hispanic with white with Asian, it's the whole mixture.
Okay. Well, she's with a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was too forward or not, but I'm saying it anyway.
Yeah.
And what's unique about this conversation is in the Vietnamese culture. I have a few family members. I take that back. I have one family member that's also interracial couple with a Vietnamese woman and a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have my younger brother. He's not here right now, but he's right now dating a black girl.
Okay.
And
Wow,
you have a black boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Black boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And the one common thing with all three of these stories is that they go through the exact same phases, where the black person gets introduced to the Vietnamese family.
Mm-hmm.
There's some, I don't know, resistance or resentment in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, the parents and the family adapt, and now everybody's a happy couple.
Right.
My cousin already went through that phase. I think you already went through that phase.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's just recently dating, so he's going through that phase right now.
Oh,
He bought home
wow.
the girl.
Really?
You know.
How long have they been dating?
I don't know, like 2 weeks.
Really? That is early.
That is early.
Well, everybody's timeline is different.
So,
but
my dad, he jokes about it.
Mhm.
He's a jokester. It's
Yeah.
cool with him. It doesn't matter as long as it makes him happy.
right.
My mom, she's old fashioned. So, she's gonna go through her phases before
Right.
she accepts it.
She just prefers to keep it in the culture.
I think she's just old school. I think eventually she'll open up.
Yeah.
Because I
They
dated
eventually do.
I dated people outside of Vietnamese culture too, and same like
Really?
Hispanic, Chinese.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, look at you, Anthony.
But she went through phases with each of them before she opened up.
Mm-hmm.
So for you particularly, and you actually have 2 kids now.
Mm-hmm.
Both I consider them baby. One fresh, one's a few years old already.
Right.
So you're a mom.
Right. I am. I have mixed children, so.
And so you're going through a phase that I have not experienced yet or heard of, which is how mixed babies, like, I guess, blend into society, people's reactions, stuff like that. So there's gonna be a lot of questions about this.
Yeah, definitely. So it's a little different. Keep in mind, I have a daughter that's almost 4, and then I have a son that's almost 1. That tuna looks good. That's tuna, right?
That's tuna.
Okay.
Tuna's actually not my favorite.
Okay. What's this one?
Yellowtail.
Yellowtail. Okay. Anyway, so I have a daughter that's almost 4, and I didn't really consider how it was to really go through this world being black. So even though my child is mixed, she will get other passes that other full black women don't, and it really opens my eyes to how what black women go through today. Black men, just even applying for a job, putting their race down, putting their name down, so you already get prejudged. So it really opened my eyes. It made me realize how easy Asians have it in some ways. Like, we get the benefit of the doubt automatically, so it definitely makes me more sensitive to a lot of situations, because I wouldn't want my daughter to be treated just based on her skin color, so it's different.
Let me ask you this. Were you always into black guys?
No, actually, no. I've dated just all Asian men up until my last year of high school. I dated an Hispanic guy, and then after that was Charles, my boyfriend. So it never came to my mind that I would rule them out, but then I never really considered them either, because Asian people, we hang out with just majority Asian people, I feel like, up until now. Like, more people are branching out, having other, races. So I never really considered it, no.
Who hit on who? You hit on him, or he hit on you?
So we worked together at Taco Bell. That was my very first job, and he was actually my manager.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny.
He interviewed me, so he was the one that gave the green light, like, hey, I want to hire you, whatever. So it started off as really, coworkers as it would, and then be friends, and then after that, I don't really know who made the first move, because we had a mutual coworker that was close to both of us, so she knew how he felt and she knew how I felt, and she would kind of play Cupid in a way. So she kind of let us know, okay, y'all can start flirting or whatever, and give the green light. So I think he did. I remember him touching my ear, like oh, that's a nice earring, and I was like, whoa.
You're my manager.
Ear. Okay, but yeah, so I think I'm gonna say him.
That's a funny story. I need to ask him some questions.
Right.
From a guy's perspective, like, hey, you're the manager, but you're hitting on your employee.
Right. Oh my gosh.
That's what. Okay, that's actually a very, I don't know if you call that cute story or not to your children.
Right. Yeah, we're not gonna tell them that version, I don't think. But yeah, and he's also almost close to 8 years older than me. So,
that's a big gap.
So yeah, there's other stuff that we go through too, and it's a little tough for sure.
So from interview to working for him, because there has to be a point where either you guys are dating while working, or did you guys, somebody left and then you guys stayed? Like, how did that work out?
So I left.
Okay.
I'm gonna hurry up and chew.
I'll take your time.
People started noticing that we were kind of together in a way, but not really together. So, and he was a manager, so I didn't want him to lose his job. So I went ahead and put in my 2 weeks, because that was my first job. I'm able to branch out and do other things, whereas that might have been like his career. I didn't know if he wanted to be a store manager at some point, so I left first. Yeah. And then not too long after that, he left as well, and he had other opportunities calling him, so it worked out.
So even though you left, you guys stayed in contact?
At that point, we already had moved in together. So it didn't take long, because my dad, knowing about it, both my parents didn't really react well to it at first, of course. So my dad, it got to a point where he gave me an ultimatum. He said, hey, if you're going to live under my house, You have to follow my rules, and I don't want you dating him. He's too old, you know. And also he has 2 kids already. So there was a lot of red flags for him, and I guess that was like he was kind of looking out for me in his own way. So he gave me an ultimatum, and I ended up moving out because we had other issues as well. Like he had a little bit of control issues. I want to say emotional abuse, but not really. I don't.
So basically, normal Asian stuff.
Right.
Normal
yes.
Asian parenting. I've been through some of that myself.
Yes. Emotional abuse would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, normal stuff. So then you move in with him. Was it just him or like him and his whole family?
So he lived together with his brother at the time. His brother, his sister-in-law, and his new nephew. I was 6 months old by the time I moved in. So it was a full house, for sure.
And now this is where the whole culture is different because you're living in a different household that's not Asian. So how did it affected you, if it did? Like, you're Asian, you move into a house,
just, you know, all black people.
All black people.
And that's never been something I've been around too often. Yeah, so it was an adjustment. The difference between Asian and black people, Asian people are not vocal. Like, we don't really talk about our issues.
Yeah.
We don't. So it's more like, okay, let's sweep it on the rug. Let's continue on with life. Whereas I see his family, they talk it out. Like, when there's issues, we talk about it. We make up. We figure out, you know, what to do next. And it's kind of different. So my personality was very introverted. Okay. So a lot of the times in the beginning, I would just stay in the room. I didn't really know what to say. I didn't know how to really vibe with them. So it was a little awkward at first because I stayed in the room a lot. But afterwards, you know, once we got to know each other more, we lived together. So it changed me for the better because I'm now more vocal. I can communicate better. So it was a pretty big adjustment.
See, I definitely understand that because I was born here. So I'm pretty vocal with my emotions.
Right.
But my girlfriend right now, she's born from the motherland. So in the beginning when we started dating, we had arguments and she would not talk about it. She would just stay silent. And it drove me crazy.
Right.
I understood why because, you know, it's just like you say, it's a culture thing. I totally get it.
It was the same way for me. Like, Charles would, like, literally ask me over and over, so what's your what's going on? And I would just freeze. Like, I just wouldn't want to talk about it. It's tough, for sure.
Let me ask you this. This is more of a fun question. So in the Asian house, we eat family style. We share spoon, we share chopstick, we double dip, all that good stuff. Is that the same thing in the new?
No.
That caught me off guard so bad.
No double dipping, none of that. No testing it and putting the spoon back in. None of that. The first time I double dipped, my brother-in-law, he was very nice about it, but he said, yeah, you can have that. Hey, can I get another soy sauce? Thank you, please. And I realized, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it's kind of not sanitary.
See, first time I've been to an American household eating dinner with them, that threw me off so bad. Let me see, what was it? I double dip.
Oh.
So I double dip, and they looked at me like I was the craziest person alive.
Yes.
And I was like, what? It's like, Anthony, you double dip.
Right.
I'm like, what the heck does double dip mean? I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
how old were you? How long ago was
this? Was like, no, this is...
Pretty recent?
Not recent, like 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
This when I started going to college, started hanging around with people outside my house. Like,
double dip.
Yeah, you double dip.
Wow.
I'm like, well, what does that mean? It means you dip, took a bite, dipped it again. I'm like, is that wrong? Because that's a normal thing in the Asian household.
Especially if you're sharing, yeah.
So I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had to learn a whole different culture. So then you start living with him. You start, I guess, adapting, learning the American culture way. Besides, I guess, you know, the whole communication aspect, did you see anything else that could be pros and cons from where you used to live to where you live now?
Yeah, so his family, most of them are very outgoing and very outspoken, and they like to do a lot and just spend a lot of time together. I grew up as an only child, so I had a lot of alone time. And So a lot of times it would be a lot for me, but I know it's not out of spite or anything. It's just how I just need alone time to kind of recharge a lot. But they've really brought like color and events to my life. Like before, I would just be in my room painting online or doing whatever, and they get me out the house, and we just enjoy each other's company a lot. So
it's kind of like over here too. Over here, everybody's kind of like doing their own thing.
Right.
And then the only time we actually spend time together is like family dinner, or we don't really do events. Not in this household. So I don't know if it's just my house or like old fashioned.
All Asians.
Asians in general.
Yeah. My mom and my stepdad, they take maybe one vacation a year. Other than that, it's just normal everyday life most of the time.
Same over here. So now you're in the house. You're dating, and you're kind of adapted and adjusted. Public scene.
Oh my god. My god. In the beginning, everyone just kept, as we were walking by, they like break their necks just to look at us. And keep in mind, we've been together for over 5 years now, so it's not as popular as it is today back then. So they just kept looking. And then when I had my daughter with the stroller, people would do their hardest to like look in and break, just stare, and it just makes you want to say, hey, do you want to take a picture? Because that lasts a lot longer. I mean, what's the problem here? So yeah, in public it was weird at first, but now we've gotten used to it. But when we notice it still happening, it's kind of just like, really? People are still, it's 2019, so I get excited when I see interracial couples all the time. I just be like, oh my god, look.
I think every interracial couple feels excited when they see an interracial couple.
Right.
So we're going to do a part 2 of this video, because I'm going to bring my cousin and her fiance, and we're going to talk about their experience in interracial dating as well.
That would be fun.
Because they have some stories. Like they share with me some stories, what they go through.
I'm sure. People stare all the time.
Man. So okay. So when was it that, I guess, your side of the family finally accepted the fact that you were with a black man?
I want to say after I had my first kid, that's when they kind of realized, okay, like this is serious. He's going to be around, that's the father of their grandkids. So, yeah, like right after Mia was born, it brought everything together. We were not, like, I didn't tell my parents I was pregnant until I was like 6 months in. And what I did was I called my dad, then I said, hey, hold on. And I called my mom, and I put them on 3-way. My parents never talked to each other. Like, they divorced when I was 9, and my dad really doesn't have anything for her. Like, he doesn't want to call her. He'll send messages through me to her. So when I called both of them, my mom just came out and said, hey, what's going on? Because this is not normal. Like, what's
yeah,
she was worried.
That's awkward.
So, and I told her, I was like, no, I just want to talk to you guys. And she goes, okay, what's wrong? Are you pregnant? Like, she just comes out and says it. And I was like, yeah, 6 months. And then it went silent. Then my mom started crying, her dramatic self. And my dad, Asian dads, they don't have too much to say. He basically said, well, this is your decision. You're grown. Now you have a life to take care of. And then after that, he hung up. And he didn't really talk to me for a couple months until after I had my daughter.
Oh, wow.
But my mom, surprisingly, she was heartbroken. She was sobbing, crying, all that stuff. But she called me, I want to say, 3 times a week after that to kind of check up on me. Because, as a woman, you go through a lot when you're pregnant. So I thought that was really nice of her to keep, checking on me, even though she was disappointed in a way. But what was the question again? I went all the way around. What?
No, okay.
The acceptance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So acceptance
when did
came
acceptance
after. I was surprised.
All right. Now guys. You want your parents' love and acceptance? Have a baby.
No, don't do it. I would have waited, honestly. Kids are great, but I feel like we didn't have that much time to really date and travel and stuff. But
how long did you have Mia before you after you guys dated?
We were together for a year, and then I got pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
A year, not too long. Let's try this one. Which one is this one? Yellowtail?
This one's yellowtail.
Yellowtail.
So a lot of people like salmon or yellowtail because they're very fatty fishes.
Fatty?
Yeah.
I usually don't like fatty stuff, but I love salmon.
I actually never heard of yellowtail until I started hearing people eat it. And I was like, you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad.
So tell me about your interracial experiences. You said you
well,
dated
let me start with the
Hispanic?
Let me start with let's do the Hispanic one because that's actually more of a culture shock. So where do I start? So Hispanics family are very, very different from Asian like Asian family, we're quiet, we're calm, we're collected. Hispanics family, everybody's friends. There's no aunts, uncle, brother, sister. Everybody's just buds, right?
Okay.
And they're loud in a good way. Like loud as in like they party, they're having fun. So when I started dating my Hispanic girlfriend at the time, and she invited me to, I think it was a birthday party. So you know, I'm meeting everybody in the family. So this was like, I was nervous, I was shy. You know, I came dressed. But when I came in, everybody was just like, "Oh, what's up? Grab a beer, right?" Like I'm not used to this because they're my elders, right? These guys are probably like in their 40s and 50s. Over here, if you're talking to your elders, you talk to them with respect. You have to show them courtesy. So when those guys were treating me like I was their best friend, it threw me off. Like
they're more easygoing.
They're easygoing, but I didn't know how to react though. I was like, dang, like what do I say? What do I do? Like, so it was it was a big culture shock.
Yeah.
I adapted fairly well.
Okay.
The closest.
Hispanic, yeah. When I dated the Hispanic guy that I dated, I met his parents pretty early too. Like I just came over and we were just playing games and I just said hi. Like it usually with Asian people, you know, you don't really bring them home too early unless you're serious. So they're more easygoing, I want to say.
So now that you live majority of your life as a Vietnamese person, and then now you've been living in a American household, so what do you consider yourself, like half and half? Are you more
I want to say I'm still full. Like I can't really own the black part because I still get all the Asian benefits. So it's hard to say. Like I'll probably pick up on their verbiage or their their personality. I feel like I have a lot more personality now because I used to be just so really quiet, just to myself, and they kind of brought out something in me that gives me a little bit of spunk. So I still consider myself full Asian, but I have a little bit of what does Chelsea say? What black tendencies? I don't know. Whatever.
So let's talk about food real quick, since we're eating food.
Yeah.
So to me, food's a big thing. Like when I was dating my Hispanic girlfriend, and luckily she was open-minded, but at the same time she had her cravings of Hispanic food,
right?
Which I wasn't crazy about. You know, tortillas, cheese, beans, stuff like that. I'll eat it, but I wouldn't like crave for it, right? Would they be able to eat this? Let me start with that.
So in the beginning, no.
No. Okay.
No. But being around it so often, Charles... Actually, the other day we went to Genya, and my mother-in-law ordered, like, this appetizer with, like, raw pieces of salmon.
Okay.
And, like, it was like a salmon salad. And she really loved it. Like, I think the more exposure... They're willing to try stuff, but I think if you just handed them this plate, they would be like, no, you can't pay me to eat this at all, period, none of that. But... Now they're pretty open to it. Charles actually craves sushi sometimes. He actually loves Asian food, probably more than I do. Like, he'll want to eat bumbawe. He'll love pho. Any gum dishes, like all of that, like he loves.
Was that before or after he met you?
After. He didn't know any of that stuff. He didn't know anything about pho, tea, none of that. So, yeah, he really loves it.
Because food's a big thing to me. Like, if I'm dating you...
Yes, it's very important.
We have to have common ground in food.
Right, yeah. Because if not, we can't go to 2 different places every time, you know? Man, that's a lot. But
you ever took Charles to a temple?
No, not yet.
You
surprisingly,
need to go.
Yeah. Surprisingly, what I miss for Chinese New Year is when you would shake the little thing and get a number, and then you would go to the board and find that sheet of paper that tells you what your year will entail and all that good stuff.
Does he at least do the red envelope?
Not. We don't give money because I don't have any younger sibling or young niece or nephew, whatever, to give to. So we usually receive.
Okay.
But I should start this year to like give me like a $2 bill.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know, just for luck.
You have 2 kids now.
Yeah.
So that, if anything, that should be the one thing. Because in my opinion, that's like a very. It's just a fun thing to grow with.
Thing,
it is a very, very big tradition. Like, that's the one thing most kids look forward to every year.
And it symbolizes like a new year, which ours is usually what in February. February. So everyone else is in January celebrating. We're like, ours ain't there yet.
Since you guys have a second kid, so the first kid was your daughter, second kid is your son. Does he call dibs on how he wants to raise your second child?
Pretty much, yeah. Because he has all girls, and I knew that he wanted a boy so bad, so that whenever they said I was having a boy, I already knew, like, hey, you take care of everything. You want to name him, you want to dress him, you want to teach him, like, I'm all for it. Because Mia was, like, my mini-me.
Okay.
So
he's like, this is my son. This is 100% made in America.
He's crazy about him. I promise you. Yes. He wants to take over everything. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Your son's going to grow up and be like, Mom, Dad, what's my race? You're 100% black.
Yeah, well, you know, we talked about it, and he would like for, like, whenever he applied for jobs, not to put black, just to have, like, that edge where they actually call him. You know, some people won't even call you if you list yourself as black or any type of race, you know, like, so, I don't know. I feel like Charles will want him to embrace his inner Asian as well, but
I think we could. I see a lot of, so your stories is gonna help a lot of people out there that are dating, you know, Vietnamese, black, or whatever interracial couple out there. Because from, you know, everything you're telling me, I hear the same stories with everybody, and they all go through the same thing.
Right.
And it sucks in the beginning. But for those of you that are going through the same situation right now, just know that it will get better.
I broke my chopstick. Trying to cut this. Oh my god.
How you break a chopstick?
I don't know, but this was already look at this. Like, I was struggling trying to use it, but look at it. It's like a toothpick.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
You wild.
I just don't like eating the roll full because it's kind of, I don't want to chew for 6 minutes. I'm such a priss. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, let me ask you. I mean, I already asked you, but I asked you another time. You think this is something Charles will be interested in doing?
Yeah, he loves to inspire wisdom. You know, he wants to be I don't know if he still wants to, but wants to be a motivational speaker. And he actually is the one that really helped me communicate a lot better than I was before. Because 5 years ago, you probably would have gotten 3 words out of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're okay.
Yeah, like, I was that introverted. I don't even know how he was even, like, I was on his radar or anything, because I was really shy. So
you hear that, guys? If you're an introverted person, date a black person.
Date a black man. He'll get you talking for sure. Even times where I'm like, I really don't want to talk. He's just like, talk to me. What's going on? Why do you feel like this? What do you want to do? And it's just like, I'm just trying to think.
Well, I mean, I'm glad everything's doing well. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we'll still know each other for, let's say, the next 5-10 years. Mm-hmm. And then we'll check up on your kids, see how their life's been. Mm-hmm. And, yeah.
And see what it's like to be a mixed kid, you know?
Yeah, because you're the first person that I at least hang around with that has mixed babies. My cousin's going to be the next one, but I don't know when she's going to have kids. Okay. So for now, we're learning everything from you.
Okay. I'm glad to teach.
Oof. Okay. Then we're going to cut it here for now, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate Miss Vivian over here for joining me.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're going to have more videos to come, more vlogs to come. Just forgive me if things sounds a little awkward. But, you know,
we're new to this. Don't be mean, please.
All right.
My heart is fragile.
I think we're good. Bye, guys.